talk about Twitter. I like to think of Twitter as a public text messaging system where everybody who follows you can see what you have to say. Now, Twitter on its own, using the Twitter website, is not actually the most efficient way to use Twitter. And in fact, here at the office, we like to use a piece of software called TweetDeck. Now, TweetDeck is totally free, and you can get it from www.tweetdeck.com. TweetDeck allows you to automate some of the useful features in Twitter, like search. To start, download TweetDeck from tweetdeck.com. It's a free application. You're going to install it on your Mac or PC computer. And you'll be presented with this window here where you'll need to enter your Twitter username and password, which you'll have gotten from twitter.com. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my information here. Okay. So in Twitter, you're normally, or in TweetDeck, sorry, you're normally presented with three windows. The first one is all of your friends, the people that you follow on Twitter. This is the public timeline here. These are your public replies. These would be replies to public messages you've sent to people. The third one being direct messages, which is basically private messages that are sent between you and individual Twitter users that are not being shown to the public. So in this situation, I'm going to close down the direct messages. I don't actually use it for this demonstration. Now, you're going to need to use your imagination here, but basically you need to set up live search feeds for any kind of keyword that matches your business. So I'm going to start with the simple one, which is local keywords. So if you're in a small town, I'm in Orangeville, I'm going to type in Orangeville. I'm going to use the OR operator, which is capital OR. That allows me to put in multiple cities. So if someone mentions any one of the particular cities I punch in here, I will get that message to show up in this live search feed. So here we are with a live search feed of people who have mentioned Orangeville, Shelburne, or Callendon. Now you can see that this happens from time to time where people say, I'm in Shelburne, Nova Scotia, or I'm in Orangeville, California, or some other strange place that's outside of your area. So you have to kind of filter that as you look at it. But what you can do is you can just go through here and click on the little cog icon next to when you mouse over the person's thumbnail of their profile, and you can click on follow, which allows you to automatically follow that person who's mentioned the town that you're in. Now what that does is, here's another one, and here's another one, Orangeville Blues and Jazz Festival. I know that's for here. So we can go through as many of these as we want and basically keep adding more and more people to our people that we follow. So what's great about that? Well, when these people see that you're following them, a lot of the time what they do is they follow you back. So when someone follows you back and you post a public message in your timeline, those people will read that message. So if you're having a sale or a community event or a promotion or something else, the more local followers you have in your own backyard, the more traffic you're going to get to that event, the more people that are going to what they call retweet, which basically means they take your message and they send it out to all their followers. If it's relevant to them, they're going to be more plugged into it than if it's just some random spammy message going out there. And you can also add live search feeds to match your, the type of business that you're in. A good example is my mom, who is a doll artisan, so she does a lot of live search feeds for people who are into the types of dolls that she makes, and then she starts following them. They start following her, and they see her website address in her profile, and they get to know her business, and she actually makes sales using Twitter. So important to remember that the more people that you follow, the more people will follow you. And to use Twitter even further, what you can actually do is you can either retweet their message, which is done very easily in TweetDeck. All you have to do is click this little arrow here, and it's automatically going to retweet the result. Now what happens is, in this case, this guy's got too many characters in his twit, so, or in his post, so you wouldn't be able to necessarily retweet that properly because it's actually too long. Let me see if I can find someone a little bit easier. here would be one I would just, again, I wouldn't retweet this message because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you could easily reply to someone. So let's see if we can find someone to reply to here. Because we do have some people in Orangeville for an interview. Let's try this one. So we can reply to anyone's public message that's posted. And when we do that, because we've put their name at the beginning, and this is all done automatically just by clicking reply here in TweetDeck. That's the great thing about TweetDeck. You don't have to do anything manually. By putting this person's name in the reply, she will actually see my message show up in her replies, which will probably prompt her to engage me in a conversation, and she'll probably start following me subsequently. So that's TweetDeck in a nutshell.